Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about fragrances to wear, or fragrances that are great to wear for going out. This was a subscriber requested video. She requested that I do this video like I think about a month ago, so I knew I needed to get on it. So anyways, here we are. So I'm gonna jump right in. I've got 10 fragrances here. I think that any of these would be great for like a night out on the town, a special date, just great like going out at night kind of fragrances. So the first one that I'm going to start with is a Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance. This one is Belle Intense, and this is like everything that you want to smell like when you go out at night. It's sweet, it's creamy, it's pear and loads of vanilla. Yeah, it is way more intense smelling than the original, but they do smell very, very similar. Yeah, they definitely smell like the same fragrance. This one really is just much, much more intense. This one is almost so intense, it feels like it could have some amber in the base, but it's still that beautiful stewed pear, and that's another thing. This one, the pear is more syrupy smelling to me. It's not quite as light and fresh as it is in the original. It's like this beautiful syrupy pear and tons of vanilla and almost like an amber base. It's stunning. It is, of the two, this one is definitely my favorite just because I am all about more intense, more, you know, sweeter, just everything more I love. So I adore this one. These fragrances last absolutely forever on me. I used to be able to wear these to work and they would easily get me through. I mean, I could still smell them after 12 hours with just one application in the morning. These fragrances don't work for everybody. Just like the entire Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal line does not work for me. It doesn't work on my skin. Thank goodness this line does work on my skin. So yeah, unfortunately these don't work for everybody, but I think that it's just such a beautiful fragrance. And if I were gonna go out tonight, this is probably what I would wear because this is what I would want to smell like for a night out on the town, and that in any time of year too. I'd be happy to smell like this spring, summer, fall, winter. I wouldn't even care, but it's particularly gorgeous in the colder weather. So anyways, that is Jean Paul Gaultier Belle Intense. Such a beauty. This next one, I couldn't do a going out fragrance video without talking about this one. This is Club de Nuit Intense from Armaf, and this is like the ultimate going out fragrance. This is like intense rose and patchouli fragrance. If you've ever smelled Noir de Noir from Tom Ford, it's an exact dupe. And when I say exact, I mean like spot on. In fact, this might be the best dupe fragrance I've got in my collection. I do have a mini of Noir de Noir and I have tested them side by side, and almost from the top to the dry down, you can't tell a difference at all. It's just such a beautiful dark rose and patchouli fragrance. I just think it is like one of the most perfect going out, you know, perfect fragrances for a night out. And it would be perfect for any kind of a night out. If it were a night out with your husband or partner, or if it were a night out with, you know, with the girls, a girls' night out. Like literally any occasion this would work for. It's just beautiful. It's dark, it's sultry, it's just stunning. So anyways, that is Club de Nuit Intense from Armaf. It's such a good, just such a stunning, affordable fragrance too. Okay, this also, I had to include this one because when I used to go out many moons ago, this is the fragrance that I wore all the time because this was my signature back then. So to me, this is like the ultimate going out fragrance, and that is Hypnotic Poison from Dior. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's jasmine and almond and caraway. It's sweet. It's got vanilla in it. It's powdery. It's just beautiful. It is like, in my mind, this is like the ultimate night out on the town kind of fragrance, only because it was my signature, and I used to wear this all the time. I used to wear this when I first met my husband. We used to go out all the time. This was the fragrance I was wearing. So Hypnotic Poison to me is like synonymous in my mind with going out. And I just think it's beautiful. I think it's a perfect going out fragrance, even still to this day. So anyways, that is Hypnotic Poison from Dior. I think it's just a perfect going out fragrance. Okay, this next one I think is great for going out because this is a people pleaser. This is definitely a man-pleasing fragrance. Dudes love this perfume. This is Viva La Juicy Gold Couture. This is my second little, I've always only kept a 1/2 ounce bottle in this because this is a fragrance that I really have to be in the mood to wear it. And I only wear it, I wear it very sparingly. But this is one of those fragrances that is one of my most complimented fragrances in my collection by men. For some reason, men just love this. It's sweet and sugary and caramel smelling. It's sweet and sugary and it smells like caramel. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's sweet, sugary, and it smells like caramel. It smells like Viva La Juicy in the background, but this is way sweeter and it's got that beautiful caramel note in it. It's just a stunner. I love it. I love most Viva La Juicy fragrances. I just think that they're, I don't know, they're just kind of like timeless, fun fragrances, but this one for sure is like the funnest. This is like, fun girl, I'm going out. I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna smell amazing. Everybody around me is gonna tell me how amazing I smell. You're gonna smell so good when you're like, you know, out dancing and you're getting all warm and hot and sweaty and you're smelling like this. Everybody around you is gonna think you smell amazing. It's such a people pleaser, especially the men are gonna think you smell amazing. So anyways, that is Juicy, Viva La Juicy Gold Couture. I couldn't leave that one out. This next one is a newer one to my collection, and this is more of the type of fragrance that I would wear now if I were going out on the town. This is more of like a mature version of myself that I feel like I would go for something more like this. This is Parfums Weil Suki Essence, and this is the type of fragrance that I would wear nowadays, being my 42-year-old self rather than my 19-year-old self, you know? Not, you know, fragrance absolutely has no age. Like, I feel just as comfortable wearing this as I do this, so it's definitely not, you know, it's definitely not like a, I don't know, like I don't want it to seem like I'm saying that you have to be, you should be a certain age to wear any fragrance. Absolutely not. But I'd like to think that my more mature self would wear this. So this is just a really beautiful, spicy, yeah, this is a stunning, woody, spicy fragrance. It's not very sweet at all. This one is all about the spices. It's got a bunch of different spices in it and woods in the base. It's almost dry smelling. It's not sweet even in the slightest. Well, actually it does kind of sweeten up just a touch on my skin as I wear it, but I would not classify it as a sweet fragrance at all. My friend who sent it to me, she said it smells exactly like an Indian chai, and I would totally agree with that. It does smell like a very spicy chai tea without any sweetness. It's just stunning. I love it. It's like everything that I would want to smell like as a mature person going out on the town. If that makes any sense. Like I said, not that I would have any problem wearing any of these, but I would like to think 42-year-old Sarah would pick something like this to go out. So anyways, that is Parfums Weil Suki Essence. Such a beauty. This would not be a going out perfume video without Dior Addict. This is to me, Dior Addict is an anytime fragrance. I feel like this fragrance is so stunning. It can be worn literally any time of year, any time of day. I just adore this fragrance, but I do think that this is a perfect like evening going out fragrance. And again, this is perfect for date night. I do think it leans more towards like a date night fragrance, but it could be for anything. Date night, going out with the girls, you know, your bachelorette party, like literally anything. I'm trying to think. I think that this version has jasmine in it as well. It's beautiful though. But this one to me is all about the warm tonka and vanilla, and it is such a stunner. Yeah, this is another one that, like, if I were gonna go out tonight, I would grab Dior Addict just because it's such a, like, no-brainer, easy to wear, going out kind of fragrance. I just love it. So anyways, that is Dior Addict. It's such a stunner. Okay, this next one is another one that this would definitely be one that I would look to for being like a going out kind of fragrance, and that is Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille. This one is such a beautiful like chocolate vanilla fragrance. It does have, oh, it's beautiful. It does have this really beautiful kind of dry powdered dark chocolate note in it, and a really beautiful, very slightly creamy vanilla. But this one is kind of like the Sylvain Delacourt in that it's got, I want to say it's got some herbs in the top that give it this really beautiful dryness. This isn't overly sweet. It's like very slightly sweet. This one is more, I don't know, it's more of like a dry, very slightly sweet, powdered chocolate vanilla fragrance with some other really, really interesting notes in it. I love this. This is another one like the Suki Essence, where this is like, would be my grown-up choice for going out. Like if I were gonna go to a fancy dinner, or I had to go with my husband for him to, you know, for some kind of a company function for him or something, this is what I would choose. There's definitely a time and place for things like this. This is more of like, we're going out dancing, it's a girls' night, we're going out to have fun, or I'm going out to a casual movie night with my husband, something like that. This is more like, I'm sophisticated, I am going to a fancy dinner, or like I have to represent, or I have to, you know, I'm a reflection of my husband at like a business function, or, you know, something like that. This is definitely like a much more grown-up kind of option. That's how I would use this one. So anyways, that is Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille. That was a long-winded way to say that. Okay, this next one is, I just think that this is just a beautiful going out fragrance. This is another one that there doesn't need to be any kind of occasion. It could be literally for anything. This is Boucheron Ambre d'Alexandrie. And this is a gorgeous kind of like apple pie amber. Oh, it's so, so good. It smells nearly identical to Hermes Ambre Narguilé. It's just a super sweet, spiced amber that somehow smells like it's got apple in it. It doesn't, but it somehow smells like it does. It's beautiful. This is just like any occasion, anytime, like a great nighttime going out on the town kind of fragrance. Again, this could be date night, this could be fun girls' night, this could be I'm going out to dinner and a movie with my best friend. We're gonna go, this is like an evening shopping date fragrance, like literally anything. It's just beautiful. It's stunning. This one is also very, very unisex, so it doesn't lean too feminine nor too masculine. It's just like, I don't know. It's just such a beautiful fragrance. This is one that when people smell you, they're gonna be like, golly, what are you wearing? You know, not a lot of people smell like this. I'm wondering if mine is a tester. I don't know. So anyways, that one is a beauty. That one is Boucheron Ambre d'Alexandrie. This next one is another like fun one, though I think that this one could easily be worn for, you know, anything. Oh gosh, yeah, this is Love from Sofia Vergara. This is another like any occasion, for whatever reason you're going out at night, this is a beautiful one. Now, this one is a little bit sweeter. Yeah, this one is a little bit sweeter. It's more of like a, it's definitely more of like a fun night out on the town, but it could really be worn anytime because this does have some beautiful coffee in it, and you get a blast of the sweetness and the fruits. I think it's plum in the top. You get a blast of that when you first spray it, but as this one dries down, it really starts to mellow out, and the sweet praline starts to come out, and the beautiful coffee starts to come out, and it really starts to smell like this just warm, kind of sultry fragrance that I think would be great for anything. I could see this as like, you know, I'm going to a bachelorette party, I'm going out with the girls, but I could also see this as like I have a fancy dinner to go to with my husband. I want to wear something that people are really going to like. This is one of my most complimented fragrances in my collection, hands down. People absolutely love this fragrance because it's beautiful. Once it dries down, especially on my skin, once it dries down, like I said, the praline starts to come out, the coffee really starts to shine. It's just beautiful. I love this fragrance. It's really weird. So for whatever reason, sometimes I get a lot of hate for this. Some people really hate this fragrance. I just can't understand why, unless it's somebody that's just a fragrance snob that just is like, ew, it's a celebrity fragrance, and how could you possibly think that that would smell appropriate for like a business function, or, you know. But I just think it's beautiful. I think it's a really, really beautiful, underrated, very inexpensive fragrance. So anyways, that is Sofia Vergara Love. And then last but not least, this is another one that I feel like is just an all occasion going out fragrance. This is YSL Libre, the Intense version. This is so beautiful. This is, again, this is fun night out with the girls. This is warm, sultry nights on a cruise. This is fancy dinner or business function with my husband. This is meeting my best friend for dinner. It could literally work for anything. It's one of my favorite fragrances of life. I am obsessed with Libre Intense. Thank goodness somebody sent me a second bottle of this, so I've got a backup of it now, and I am so happy because this is one of my favorite. This is like top 10 for life kind of fragrance. I am obsessed with it. It is, oh my gosh, it's lavender and vanilla. It's sweet without being overly sweet. It's got maybe the slightest touch of powderiness from the lavender. Oh my gosh, it smells very much like the original Libre, but it is just more intense. It's more syrupy smelling. I mean, even the color of the liquid, it kind of gives you an indication of the honey-like quality of this fragrance. It's just incredible. I love it. And yeah, to me, it's like super classy. I would feel so comfortable like wearing this literally anywhere for a night out. So yeah, that is YSL Libre Intense. And that is going to be it, guys. Those are 10 fragrances that I think are perfect for a night out on the town. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.